Shalom, Makim. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me the truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth, and also the brothers and teachers word and sincerity. I'm the brother Iwan Lumia coming back at you with another lesson. Now I'm from GMS Chicago. Come back at you with another lesson, to talk about this article. Just to basically talk about how more mandates are coming. Here for the city of Chicago. The brother, being from Chicago, these mandates are coming. So basically what? It's everything like the elders and apostles always teach, to the youngest brothers on down, of course. Talk about, Revelations 13 and 16. He calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And this is what's ultimately, leading up to that, a prelude. So this is from ABC7 Salakia. This is from ABC7Chicago.com. Just to basically show that we're going to have to make decisions soon. Sooner than you think. So this it says Chicago waters mandate city workers will need to get shot. Mayor Lori Lightfoot says, and this is coming down to the wire. Basically, we already know that the government is trying to take away these different people's freedom, and we know what's next, what is next soon to follow. It says Chicago will mandate city workers to get a shot. Mayor Lori Lightfoot announced Monday. City employees are absolutely going to be required to be watered, Lightfoot said during a press conference Monday afternoon. The announcement came hours after the FDA announced the Pfizer water had been granted full approval in the United States. Basically they have forced this whole situation, and under the borderlines, more people are dying from this thing than anything else. It says Lightfoot added that the city has been working with labor unions over the last several weeks to finalize plans. A formal announcement is expected as early as this week. It says we absolutely have to have a water mandate, Lightfoot added. I'm just using the word water, just to basically so they won't take this video down. It says Lightfoot added it's for the safety of all involved, particularly members of the public who are interacting with city employees on a daily basis. It's important for colleagues to also feel like they have a workplace that's safe. Mind you, that people like the Senates of the White House, Johnson and Johnson, Pfizer, these different people doesn't have to take the water shot, but everybody else do, and it just basically gets you thinking. This basically is an eye opener. The way the way of this society will lead you to death, trusting in this system. More companies and hospitals are moving ahead with water mandates, with the number of cases on the rise, particularly with the more contagious Delta variant. But already some unions are digging in their heels. I'm gonna get a precept. This is the book of Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe means destruction. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Right, that word decree go back into law. The word law. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. And what Esau Edom has, being the wicked that runs the world, pertaining to Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He's passing these wicked laws, to basically putting these different mandates in place. So Isaiah 10 and 1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Right, these elites of this society, is aiming at the poor, especially our people, you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's aiming at the poor. They know, that if they get at your job, if they take your job away, take these different benefits away, you're ultimately going to cleave unto them. But according to the scriptures, we're supposed to be cleaving onto our power, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and have faith. Which, Lord willing, that's going to be my next lesson. We have to have faith because more mandates are coming. Ultimately, we're building up towards this chip, the RFID microchip, which is the MOTB. you know. And you know, the only way we're going to, you know, get past that is we endure and have faith, you know. And all these unrighteous decrees, which is these unrighteous laws, is leading up to that, these different mandates. This is the book of Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. The vision, you know, going back to the different the prophecies, you know. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And it's speaking right now. You know, we heard it through the you know, that the Lord gave, you know, these the prophets these different visions. Now we're seeing them manifest, you know, through the news, you know, through these different articles and different things like that. And the end it shall speak and not lie, because we see it coming to pass right now. You know, these different mandates, you know, sedition among men, you know, different things like that. And it's gonna, you know, these different mandates is gonna cause a lot of sedition. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. You know, tarry means, you know, it probably linger for a while, but what, these prophecies are still going to come to pass. You know, thus says the Bible, you know. Because what, we know that as the Bible, you know, talks about, you know, roughly paraphrasing, our salvation is nearer than when we believe, you know. Because ultimately America's, you know, is basically finishing up the last two, you know, major prophecies. And what, we're finna get out of this place. Lord willing, we be delivered, and Lord willing, we be that number, you know. We seeing the vision come to pass. But let me finish up this article. We are not just going to roll over and play dead for the mayor, said John Canzaro Jr., president of Chicago's Fraternal Order of Police. She's not going to force it down our throats. Right, going back to sedition among men. You know, those that, you know, that's not going to take the bull crap from the government that's enforcing these mandates. You know, if we're seeing in Australia right now that their citizens is rising up against the government, not only in Australia but different parts of Europe, you know, Central America. The same thing is going to happen in America sooner or later, you know, without a fight, and we will take it to the courts if necessary. Right, these elites control these different governments, these, you know, court systems and things like that. You know, it's going to get real bad out here once these mandates come. You know, a lot of people is going to try to rise up, you know, against that, you know. And then it's going to be a ripple effect from that. You have martial law. You're going to have martial law that's going to be declared, and different things like that. You know, it's going to lead to the NWO, which is the New World Order. And that's what everything is leading up towards, you know. But if you want to read the rest of the article, I basically touched up all the points from abcchicago.com talking about the mandates. You know, our mandates are coming. And, you know, us men, you know, that teach this word and the true believers are going to have to make that decision, you know, soon. You know, you either serve your enemy or you're going to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua in truth and sincerity and with all your faith, trusting in the Lord, you know. I got one more scripture, you know, going back to the part where it basically was talking about how basically this country is divided, you know, those that are for the mandates and those who aren't. Because these mandates are being put into place, especially here in Chicago, here in Babylon the Great. You know, a lot of people are going to try to rise up against their government. This second address 15 to 16, I'm closed out with this one. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Right, who is the modern day kings and princes? You know, your presidents, your mayor, you know, whatever the case may be, your government. They should not regard their kings nor princes. Why, we're seeing that a lot in Australia right now. And the curse of their actions shall stand in their power. Right, they're over there in Australia, you know, they're completely, you know, trampling over the police force, you know, with these different, you know, to fight these different mandates, you know. And it's going to get brutal soon, you know. It might be a simple protest, running down the police or whatnot, but, you know, when things get really bad, when people can't work, or, you know, when people at home without money, they're going to start shooting back. You know, it's going to be actual civil wars in the street of, not only, you know, around the world, but also here in Babylon the Great, which is America, when these mandates began to be more strict, you know. And those are the times we're coming into. You know, so Lord, I hope this is edifying to the elect. I want to start out by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the brothers that teach us word and sincerity. You know, Lord, I hope this is edifying. And Lord, I come back with another lesson soon. Shalom.